What's up, guys? My TTG fam. How are you all doing this beautiful day? Another green day. Another green day. Nothing crazy. All right. Nothing crazy, but green nonetheless. And we're looking really good heading into the last day of the week. Don't forget Friday, Good Friday. Markets are closed. The pressure is on. Can we go 3 for 3 this week? I didn't trade on Monday. I was flying. Can we go 3 for 3 this week with just one trading day left before Good Friday and Easter weekend? And the answer is yes, we can, because it's not about luck, guys. It's not about luck. It's about education. It's about being prepared. It's about practicing principles like patience and discipline. That's what makes a difference. And that's why we're going to succeed. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream. TTG is the fastest growing, highest rated premium online trading educational platform and community where we all share the same goal. That is to learn, trade, and profit together. 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, right here. We go live on this YouTube channel totally for free, where myself, other TTG moderators, and special guests drop golden nuggets of education and free lessons that can help you become a better and more profitable trader. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group, and along with my team of 6 pro moderators. We cover all different styles of trading, including swing trading, day trading, options, advanced options, shorting, long-term investing. There's literally something for everyone in TTG, regardless of your skill level or trading style. All right, guys, I started my career working for a firm in New York City. They didn't let me touch a dollar of their money until I went through their educational training program. That is where I learned how to trade. They set me on the path to become the trader that I am here today. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught. I've since taken that curriculum, I've simplified it, and I've made it available to all of my TTG members. All right. Also, not to mention, I began working for that fund right before the 2008 crash, the subprime mortgage crisis, the Great Recession. And, not only did I survive during that time, but I actually thrived, receiving one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards in 2008. Okay, which brings me to say that the volatility we've seen since March of 2020 up until now has been absolutely insane. In fact, if you guys were not trading prior to March of 2020, there's a really good chance that volatility we experienced over the last 12 months is the very reason why you got interested in the stock market or why you're on this live stream in the first place. So I actually would love to know how many people are on this live stream right now that are that are not a member of True Trading Group, or if this is your very first live stream. I want to know. Go ahead and type the letter I in chat right now if this is your very first live stream or you are not a member of True Trading Group. Okay, guys, and type the letter I in chat right now. All right, we got Britt Glassburn, first to type. We got Aaron Agnew, Colin. We got Siddharth, Sharon Anandani, David Poirier, Sammy Peter, Frank Roldan, Baxter K9, Cornell Vidiello, Bruaga Music, Michael Lee, John DiLorenzo, what's good? Chris Reynolds, Ben, Mark Allen Krause, Jeff Texter, Andrew Richards, Ava M22, Aziza K, Ramakand, Rupesh, Sanibjit. What's up, everybody? Awesome. Beautiful. I love it. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. All of you that are brand new. You guys don't realize what you've just stumbled upon here. Stick around for a little while. You guys will see. Listen, for everyone that typed the number 1 in chat and for all those that are new to trading, I want you guys to listen up to me quickly here. I don't care what anybody says. You're either educated or prepared or you're lucky. The difference is that, when you're first starting out trading, luck might last you 1 or 2 trades, might last you 1 or 2 weeks, but an education can carry you for a lifetime. Now, no matter how much anybody wants to say, if you scour YouTube, watching free YouTube videos on how to trade, you'll eventually learn how and make tons of money. And my answer to those people is that 90% of traders fail. And that stat is probably true, not because you can just watch these free YouTube videos. If that was the case, that number would be a hell of a lot lower. But the reason is because 90% of traders that may fail because they don't actually know what they're doing. They don't actually get or receive any type of real education. Okay. And as I said before, when I started my career in one of the worst financial crises, it was thanks to the education that I received, the support from the community, from my coworkers, that allowed me to become the trader that I am here today, and allow me to have the confidence now to say that no matter what's happening in the world, pandemic, war, inflation, whatever, as long as the market's open, I'm confident in my ability to make money, whether markets are up, down, left, right, sideways, inside out, doesn't matter to me. And that is exactly what my TTG members are being taught also. All right. So this live stream tonight is going to go down as follows. We're going to begin with a 20-minute Q&A session to give time for people to log on. All right. I want to give people time to log on. And then I'm going to break down my end of day trade. All right. I made one trade today, and I did not make that trade until 3:30 p.m. I know that sounds crazy. All right. But we're going to go through and we're going to recap that trade. And then I've got a lot of lessons that I want to cover with you guys here today on discipline, patience, and risk reward, to help you guys hold on to profit. So we're going to talk a lot of different things here on this live stream. You guys are in for a really good treat. All right. And we're going to start things off with a quick 20-minute Q&A live session where you guys are going to type questions in chat. And then Adam, my partner and co-founder of True Trading Group, is going to take those questions. He's going to throw them up on the screen for me to answer them. Let's go ahead and let's start up that Q&A. All right, guys, fire away. Type those questions right in chat, and Adam will throw them up on the screen. How long does it take you to evaluate a trade? Takes me a very short period of time. Do not compare yourself to me. I've been doing this for 17 years. I can pull up a chart and I can give you the entire breakdown, the entire analysis, probably within seconds. But it should take you several minutes to go through your analysis. You want to make sure that you're going through multiple time frame charts, multiple setups. You don't want to just be fixated on the intraday chart. I just had a one-on-one with a member today who was really struggling with this. And I made him set a checklist for himself where if you're a trader that rushes your analysis and you find yourself jumping into trades too soon and you're really jumping the gun and pulling the trigger too early, make a checklist for yourself where you're going to review the 3-minute chart, identify all your setups, your indicators that are in play, your resistance support levels. Then you're going to go to the 5-minute chart. You're going to do the exact same thing. Then the 15-minute chart, do the exact same thing. The daily chart, you do the exact same thing. Because a lot of times traders get so fixated and they get so like under a microscope on the intraday chart that they fail to recognize the bigger picture. They fail to recognize major levels of support or resistance that has developed over a much longer time frame, and that's how they get themselves sucked into what might look like a high quality intraday setup, but it's actually a poor quality overall setup. So make sure you take your time to go through all those different time frames. Do you use the same stop loss rules on long-term holds? No, Ms. Tana Trader, I do not. No, I do not. When I put a stock in my long-term portfolio, I'm not going to sell it based on price. I'm going to sell it based on fundamental changes within the company or lack or inability of the company to, progress through their business plan. What to do when you blow up an account? Get an education, open a new one, and don't let it happen again. That is what you should do if you blow up your account. First, realize what happened. Why did you blow up the account in the first place? What were the mistakes that were made? How did you do it? How did it happen? How could it have been avoided? Learn from that. Do not let it be in vain. Learn from that. And then don't go about this on your own. Get yourself an education, join True Trading Group, go through the courses, take your time. Paper trade before you start trading again with real money. First, trade on our simulator, practice implementing what you learn in the courses before you start trading again with real money. Mike, how do you tell when a candle has selling pressure? Well, tell when a candle has selling pressure. A, the amount of volume that's coming in as the stock is moving down. Heavier volume as the stock moves lower is a sign of selling pressure. That's a sign that as the stock moves lower, sellers are in a rush to get out. So as the stock goes lower, the volume actually gets higher because more sellers are like, oh man, it's going lower. I better get out now. When there's not a lot of selling pressure to the downside, as the stock pulls in, as the stock price moves lower, sellers are not in a rush to chase the price down. They'll wait up at the higher price and wait for the stock to come back to sell their stock. That's when sellers are not aggressive. Okay. That's when they're not in a rush to get out. So you're going to want to look for volume increasing as the stock moves down. You're also going to want to look for, the opposite of the price action that we talked about in yesterday's live stream with VTSI. Yesterday's live stream with VTSI, we talked about, the strong support with when a stock comes down to a support level and then gets off of it very quickly. That's a sign of aggressive buying pressure at that support level. The opposite is true for resistance. So if a stock goes up to a resistance level and then real quickly drops away from it, that's a sign of aggressive selling pressure. So these are all things that I'll look at to determine if there's heavy selling pressure on the stock. Do you believe it's better to trade options rather than actual shares? I found myself better of trading options. They're not better. It's just a different vehicle. They're not better. I mean, they're better for someone that has a small account. I actually think that if you have the capital, you're much better off trading the stock because you don't have to deal with any time decay or implied volatility or any of the Greeks. You don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about larger spreads. You don't have to worry about lack of liquidity. So I actually think it's better to trade the individual stock if you have the capital, if not, options are fantastic they're a great vehicle that can provide you with, tremendous upside. They also do carry more risk. There's pros and cons of each. I don't think one is necessarily better than the other. What's the minimum to invest to get started? Douglas, $100, man. We have so many of our teaching members that started off with small accounts. Here, I'll show you, Douglas. My TeachD fam, if you guys don't mind, for those of you that started with less than $1,000, if you guys can comment in chat real quick, tell me how much you guys started with. So if you started with less than $1,000, if you don't mind, comment in chat. So people like Douglas who are kind of maybe considering getting started, but they've only got a couple $100, and they want to kind of know if that's okay, kind of to start with. I think it'll be helpful if they can see how much money some of the TeachD family members, how much you guys started with. So we've got Billy Brown, $250, Miss Tiny Trader, $500, Jimmy Benson, $500, Tony Mack, $500, Bruce Sears, $500, Dan G, $500, Magoo, $500, 3 Pony, $200, Pipple Mom, $400. I love that username, by the way. Andrew, $450, Weeble, $800, Bill, $664, Thomas, $500, A40 Rounds, $500, Timothy, $1,000, Mr. Shock, $200, Maria, $1,000, Sam, $500, Jason Panion, $350, Raul started with $9,000, Sky Guy, $490, Afglutta, $3,000. Yo, Sean Miller, you are a beast, bro. Sean Miller started with $500 in April. He is now at $9,424. Don, $650. Alani, $1,000. Santa Fe Mike, $250. Skyburst, $400. Bill, $450. Curtis, $1,000. So you get the feel. You get the idea, Douglas. Kind of you get a good feel for my TeachD fam. Kind of how much money they started with when they joined the group. You don't need tens of thousands to do this, guys. Does the TG trading curriculum include options trading? Bradley, absolutely, brother, 110%. We've got beginner options courses and we have advanced option courses. We have moderators that also specialize in option trading. We have Chris Toner, who has traded options for over 20 years. We've got the Wolf of Weed Street, who's a fantastic options trader. And we also have Momin, who is a fantastic large cap option swing trader. And he also day trades as well. But yes, we have courses and we have moderators that specifically focus on options. Keith Jeram says, I just joined a few days ago. Good stuff on the curriculum so far. Awesome. Keith, welcome to the family, brother. Glad to have you on board. Let's see. In general, most people know that sell at resistance, and they do. During that moment, is there a way to know the price goes up? In general, most people know that sell at resistance, and they do. During that moment, is there a way to know that the price goes up? I mean, I'm not sure I really follow or understand your question. I think you're asking me, if a stock pulls in off of a resistance level, how do you know it's going to go back up? I think that's what you're asking me. That's a very loaded question, or it's a very loaded answer, I guess I should say, because it completely depends on the setup. Every setup is different. There's not one particular thing that you're going to look for that's going to say, oh yeah, the stock's going to go up. It doesn't work that way. There's a lot of different things, and you'll learn all of them as a member to a trading group, like the volume profile. Is volume increasing on the way up to the resistance? And then is it decreasing on the pullback away from the resistance? Is the pullback away from the resistance, are there multiple support indicators that are lining up on that low volume pullback? What's the daily chart look like? There's a lot of different things that are going to go into determining if the stock's going to go back up after the stock pulls back from a resistance level. So it's not as clear, black and white as your question suggests. If you were going to get a tattoo quote that pertained to trading, what would it be? It'd be 2 quotes. I'd get 2. Two of my favorite quotes are as follows. My TC fam, you guys already probably know them. The first quote is, be more concerned with how much you're going to lose. The first quote would be, great traders are more concerned with how much they'll lose if they're wrong. Struggling traders are obsessed with how much they'll make if they're right. That's quote number 1. Quote number 2, do not let your desire for instant gratification cause you to miss out on wealth building opportunities. That's quote number 2. Next question. Nice. David, welcome to the family. Everybody give a big, warm TTG shout out to David. Welcome to the family, David. Okay, guys, fire away. Ask me questions. I'll take questions for maybe a couple more minutes or so, and then we'll dive into the trade recap and the lesson on the day. I'm not a member yet, but your sizing according to risk level has changed my game. Nice, man. Good. I'm glad. Listen. As long as you guys are getting value from these live streams and you guys are becoming better traders, I'm happy. You were patient today, Sensei. Does general market performance dictate how confident you are on a setup? Depends on what the stock is. Now, if I'm trading something like Facebook, then yeah, overall market conditions are absolutely going to determine how confident I am in a particular setup. But I'm trading some small cap biotech that got news about positive phase 3 clinical trial data, then no, I'll have not a care in the world on what the overall market conditions are doing. So it just depends on the type of trade you're doing, because, some stocks will be affected by overall market conditions, others won't. I joined for the laptop on Monday. Hope I become a great trader. I mean, listen, I'm glad you joined, but the free laptop. I mean, don't join just for the free laptop. Join because you want to get an education. Join because you want to become a good trader. That's not the right attitude. That's not the right attitude. How do you screen for stocks for swing trades? What do you mainly look for? Daily chart, all daily chart. You got to be on the daily chart. You can't be, as you're going about your day and you're looking up different stocks. Basically, you just see what's going on. Like what sectors are in the news right now. Which sectors are getting play. Take a look at the stocks that operate in those sectors. Like if you think that, Biden just talked about infrastructure today. So knowing that he was coming out with this plan over the last couple of days, infrastructure stocks have gone crazy. Like Cleveland Cliffs, US Steel, those stocks have gone nuts the last 3-4 days leading up to this infrastructure, bill announcement. A typical buy the rumor, sell the news type of play. But if you know that, then you would want to look for stocks that operate, or would benefit from something like infrastructure. Like a really good example was my Sun W swing trade. If you guys remember my Sun W swing trade, just a 6. I bought that thing at $8. It went to 22. I think I sold out at 15, something like that. This was a couple months ago. And it was once I realized that the Democrats were taking control of the Senate, I said, okay, what does that mean? What sectors are going to benefit? And I thought of clean energy was going to be something that would be big on the Democrats' list or their agenda. And I felt that, green energy stocks or clean energy would see a boost. So I went right to the solar industry and I went right to the solar sector. And I looked at, SPWR, FSLR, Sun W, a lot of your solar names. And I saw a beautiful chart pattern in Sun W. And then I on the daily chart and I went after a swing trade on that. And that was an absolute beautiful. That was one of my better swing trades in a while. That was a huge, huge win. Is this course good for beginners? Well, first of all, Sharon, TTG is not a course. Yes, TTG has courses, but True Trading Group is a platform. It's an entire platform. You get courses, but you also get tools and resources that you need to be a trader, like news feeds and trade simulators and stock scanners and analyst ratings. And there's so many things that you get access to as a member of True Trading Group. It's not just courses. But yes, it will help an absolute beginner. We have actually our courses are broken up into beginner and advanced. And the beginner and the foundation courses will literally start you off from day one, like how to open a broker account. Like it'll start you literally off from absolute day one. You've never traded a stock a day in your life. Those beginner foundation courses will start you off there. Hell yeah, Joe. Joe goes, TTG is not a course, it's a way of life. Yes. TTG for life, baby. Yes. How to approach trading within this community if working full time. How to approach trading in this community while working full time. Well, a couple of things. One, I actually did an entire webinar for members that is titled How to Trade While Working a Full-Time Job. Okay. I actually did an entire video and workshop that is geared for people that are working full-time jobs. That's first and foremost. So you guys can go into Trader Palooza 3 in the video library section, and you guys can actually watch that workshop and webinar for anyone that is working a full-time job. That's number one. Number two, we have a mobile app that is downloadable on iPhone and Android for all of our members, where you can still be in chat, even if you're not in front of your computer. You can see the screen share. You can listen to the audio analysis because we're all on the microphone talking during the day. And you get real-time push notifications whenever a moderator enters or exits a trade. So you can follow along with what it is that we're doing in chat, even if you're not in chat. That's number two. And then also, like I said, there's a lot of different trading styles and strategies that you learn in True Trading Group. It's not just, hey, trade like me and that's it. There's 6 other pro moderators that all have different trading styles. We have moderators that specifically focus on swing trading. And just to show you, Jason, how you can do this even if you work a full-time job, watch this. My TT family members, anyone that is a member of True Trading Group, if you are killing it, if you're making money with True Trading Group and you are working a full-time job, type the letter I in chat right now. If you are a member of TTG and you're making money while working a full-time job, type the letter I in chat right now. So anybody else who had that same question about working a full-time job or any concerns, pay attention to all of the eyes that are coming through this side of the screen right now. These are all members of True Trading Group that work full-time jobs and are consistently profitable. How many of you are school principals? Jason says. Nice, Keith. Keith said, I joined 2 days ago. I already made $500. I work full time. Hell yeah, Keith. Awesome job, man. Awesome job. I think maybe we'll take one more question. Hello, I want to join the group. Who do I start? Should I just... Yeah, all right. So yeah, all right. I mean, if you're, I wasn't going to talk about this now. I wasn't going to talk about this now, this early in the live stream. But if you're anyone that is interested in joining, we do have a coupon code for anyone that's on this live stream. So if you guys want to use the coupon code TTG121, you'll actually get a 44% discount. You'll actually get a 44% discount on a membership. That'll bring the price all the way down. It's normally $2,212 for the year, but with that coupon code, it brings it all the way down to just $1,230, and that's for the entire year, and that's all inclusive. There's no upsells ever. You get access to literally everything we have. All our courses, all the tools, the products, the news feeds, the scanners, the simulators, the analyst ratings, the charting softwares, level 2s, you name it, you get access to literally all of it. For $1,230 when you use the coupon code TTG121. Yeah, no, guys, there's no monthly payment options. Are all bets off when evaluating charts, but something like yields go up and tank stocks? Yes. Fundamental catalysts will always supersede technical analysis. Okay. Fundamental catalysts will trump technical analysis. Yes. Yes, he is. Adam is especially mad at me after what he had to do today. So yes. Yes. I'm sure he'll come on here later to tell you guys all about it. I'm sure he'll be on later to tell you guys all about it. All right. All right, guys. I think that just about wraps it up for our Q&A session. All right. Nice job. Hold on. All right. So that just about does it. It just about wraps up there for our live Q&A session. What I want to do now is I want to take things over and I want to break down for you guys my one and only trade of the day, and that was on MVIS. Was my one and only trade of the day. That's MVIS for a nice gain. You know, it was for a nice gain. So before we do that, or in order to do that, guys, let's go ahead and let's take it to the charts. All right, let's do it. MVIS. All right, guys. So MVIS, late in the day, this stock absolutely exploded. All right, this stock absolutely exploded late in the day. Why? Because Microsoft was awarded a $21 billion contract from the Pentagon for individual AR headsets for the Army. Okay. And that is why you saw Microsoft have this massive explosion late in the day. Okay. That's why you saw Microsoft have this massive explosion late in the day. Now, what does MVIS have to do with Microsoft? Well, they've got the, whatever it's like, the lens, like a patent on the lens that Microsoft uses for those AR headsets. So MVIS explodes on the back of that news. Okay. MVIS explodes in the back of that news. Now, when this news came out, this stock was just in full on, just rip mode. I don't chase stocks higher as they're climbing like this. So I waited for that first pullback. I loved how we had this strong, steady, continuously increasing volume as the stock moved higher. And then we got this nice brief little pullback. And then I got a decrease in volume. Okay. A decrease in volume on that little quick 2-candle pullback. So what I did here, guys, with this MVIS was I said to myself, okay, we've got a fundamental catalyst on this MVIS. I've got strong increasing volume on the move higher. I've got decreasing volume on that little pullback. And I have a major resistance level at 1925. Okay, when I take you guys to the daily chart at MVIS, you'll see there's that line I just drew at 1925. You'll see resistance there, resistance there, resistance there. Okay, there is your 1925 level on MVIS. This is a major resistance level on MVIS. I suggest you keep MVIS on your watch list for tomorrow. Okay, I suggest you keep MVIS on your watch list for tomorrow. This 1925 level is going to be big. The stock was unable to break through it. The stock was unable to break through that level. All right. We need to break through that level. And if this stock is going to continue higher, about 16% of the float is short. All right. So it's not a huge short position, but it's decent. And I think if the stock gets through 1925, you could easily see this push up into the low to mid 20s. All right. You could easily see it push up into the low to mid 20s. So keep this on watch going into tomorrow. But what I did was I took advantage of this move and the fundamental catalyst, and I bought this first pullback right down into in front of that trade line once we got a little bounce off it. And I got long right there at 17.99. Okay. I got long right there at 17.99, looking for a push up through that 19.25 level. My stop loss on the entry was right there around $17, the bottom of this pullback. My trade line was also sitting there. All right. And I had my 23.6 Fibonacci level sitting there as well. So there's my trade line. There's my Fibonacci level. Okay. Right here. And then there's my stop loss. Okay. So once we had that little pullback, the decreasing volume on the pullback, I entered that trade, and then I was looking for a move to 1925, and I got it. I took 25% of my position off the table. I'll give you guys my exact timestamps actually. So the 17.99 entry was at 3:35 p.m. My first take profit was at 18.83, so about $1 a share at $3.42. I sold 25% of my position. Then we made a new high of the day and I sold the bulk of my position at 19.10 at 352. So 20 minutes after my entry, I sold 50% of my position at 19.10, and then I held on to 25% of my position after hours to see if we were going to squeeze through that level after hours. And then once I saw we did, and I took final profits off the table right there at 18.20. Okay. So you can see we're just trading sideways here after hours. So there's my trade on MVIS. Nothing crazy, guys. Like I said, not a huge trade, but a nice little profit in at $17.99, bulk profit off at $19.10, over $1 a share. I'll take it. It was actually my only trade on the day today. Does anybody have any questions? Specifically about this MVIS trade? Malik Paul says, is there mentors to help you? Malik Paul, yes. Yes. Okay. Absolutely. Yes. There are moderators there to help you. Hold on, guys. We got a question here from Jason Humphreys. Jason says, can you ask how many members lost money in the past month? That's just being real. Yeah, Jason, we're constantly asking and surveying our members on how they're doing. It's about 80% of our members are doing very well. About 20% are still struggling. In fact, today, literally today, from 4:15 p.m. Eastern till 6:15 p.m. Eastern, we actually held a red to green workshop to work with members that are still struggling. We leave no trader behind in TTG. This workshop was for members that are struggling and had specific questions and wanted to go over certain lessons and topics. It's no secret that some members struggle, but far more are doing well than struggling. Does that mean they don't have a losing trade? Of course not. Of course not. Losing is part of trading, but we teach proper risk management. We teach proper risk management, proper position sizing, and we honestly, losing is part of trading. So one of the things that I will teach people is how to lose properly. And a lot of people think that just because you lose money on a trade, that means that you were wrong. And that's not the case at all. Nobody actually knows what a stock is going to do. There's not a trader on this planet that if you asked, okay, everyone's asking me, MVIS is going up or down tomorrow. Like I'm a genie in a bottle. Is it going up or down tomorrow? I'm like, just to tell me, okay. There's not a single trader in the world that if you ask them, hey, bro, are you willing to bet your entire net worth that MVIS goes up tomorrow? Even the most bullish trader in the world in MVIS would not make that bet because no one knows for sure if a stock's going to go up or down. No one. There's not a trader in the world that would make that bet. But if you asked me, hey, what's 2 + 2? I'd bet my entire net worth that the answer is 4 because I know with 100% certainty the answer is 4. Nobody knows with 100% certainty what a stock is going to do. If you're on this live stream because you want me to tell you what stocks are going to do, get off the live stream. Don't join True Trading Group. It's not for you. There's plenty of other services out there that we'd be more than happy to take your money to do something like that. Okay. I'm going to be here and I'm going to teach you guys how to trade properly, how to trade professionally, the same way that I was taught when I was working at a fund in New York City. That's what I'm going to teach you. That involves proper risk management, proper position sizing, and how to understand that trading is about statistical probability. Just because you lose money on a trade doesn't mean that you were necessarily wrong. Doesn't mean that it was a bad trade. A plus setups, A plus setups. Those are the best quality setups you can possibly find. Even they will only work maybe 70 to 75% of the time. So that means even the best quality setup, you can still lose 25% of the time. So if that's the case, if you know that there's no pattern or indicator that works 100% of the time, if you know that, then you now know that losing is part of trading. Right? You better learn how to deal with that. Just because you lose money in trading doesn't mean you were wrong. Let me ask you a question. Jason or anybody else that had this question. You guys play poker? Cool. If you and I were playing poker heads up, we were the only two people left at the table. If you get dealt pocket aces, right? It's just me and you. That's it. There's nobody else at the table. You get dealt pocket aces pre-flop. I get dealt pocket kings pre-flop. I go all in. Are you going to call me? Are you going to call the all in? If we're playing heads up and you have pocket aces, you don't know what I have yet, but you have pocket aces and I go all in. Are you going to call me? Of course you are. You want to know why you're going to call me? Because pocket aces are the highest probability hand you can possibly have pre-flop in poker. There is no better hand you can possibly have pre-flop. So you're never going to get better odds than what you have at that moment. Of course, you're going to go all in. Now, the flop comes out, king, 8, 9. The turn comes out, 2. The river comes out, king. Well, who just won? I won. I just kicked your ass, actually, with quad kings. Okay, 4 of a kind. But you had the better hand to start with. Now, does that mean the next time you play poker and you get dealt pocket aces and you're playing heads up with somebody and they go all in, does that mean you're no longer going to take that bet? Of course not. That's not what that means. You're going to take that bet every single time. If you get pocket aces and you're playing heads up with somebody and they go all in, you're going to call that bet 100 times out of 100 because in the long run, the pocket aces will win, but they're not going to win every time. Does that mean you made a mistake? Does that mean you did the wrong thing by going all in with pocket aces when someone called you heads up pre-flop all in? Of course not. You made the right move. You have to make that call. You can't fold pocket aces heads up and someone goes all in. You can't fold that. You're never going to have better odds. You have to go all in. But that doesn't mean you're going to win 100% of the time. That's trading, my friend. Get used to it. That's why you have to learn how to lose. All right, next. Don't believe the hype and all the bullshit online, please. I don't know, man. I'm probably the only person that's going to be real with you. You have a bunch of people online that try to convince you that they have this fail-proof strategy, this special pattern that no one knows about, this secret indicator that nobody knows how to use. They unlocked the keys to the stock market. If you are dumb enough to fall for that, shame on you. Shame on you. There's no secret to the markets. The only way for you guys to ever become consistently profitable is to actually learn the way that the pros learn. And that's it. There's no secret. And I'm sorry if you're on this live stream looking for a secret, sign off now. Sign off now. All right, guys. So let's move on from there. All right, guys. Now, like I said, I told you I had a lot of different lessons I wanted to cover with you here today. So now that we're done with that, the trade recap, let's go over, guys, and let's take things over to the lessons of the day. All right, guys. So listen, before I get into the lessons of the day that I want to really go over with you guys, let's talk about real quick what's truly possible with trading stocks and options, because there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of BS out there, and like kind of what I was just talking about kind of just led me into this topic. And it's like, I'm not going to sit here. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. I'm not going to lie to you guys and say, hey, join True Trading Group. You'll quit your job tomorrow. You'll become a millionaire. You'll get a Lamborghini and buy a mansion. No, I'm not going to tell you guys that. I'm not going to sit here and shove my car and bundles of cash down your throat. And show you guys, look at my life, follow me, and you can do the same. What I will tell you guys is the honest truth about trading and what's actually possible. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's also not easy, but it's also extremely possible. The beauty about trading is that there truly is no limit to your upside. And I always make this analogy. That my sister's a high school English teacher. She's a phenomenal English teacher. And even if she became the best English teacher in the country, she'll never make 250 grand a year. It's not possible. Not possible. Not as a high school English teacher. You can't make 250 grand a year. Nowhere. Not a school in the country will pay a high school English teacher $250,000 a year. Her earnings are capped. Even if she's the best in the country, her earning potential is capped. Buddy of mine just got promoted to lieutenant on the fire department. Awesome. Even if he gets promoted to captain next, and then deputy chief, and then fire chief, he'll never make 500 grand a year. Not possible. His earnings potential is capped. So even if he is the fire chief, he is top dog, number one in command. He answers to no one other than himself. Or I guess the mayor or the governor at that point. He'll never make 500 grand a year as fire chief. Not a fire department in the country that'll pay you 500 grand a year to be fire chief. So even if he's the best, earnings potential is capped. That sucks. The thing that's so great about being a trader is that if you become the best trader in the country, guess what, folks? You can make millions of dollars a year if you're able to. There's no earnings cap. You can push yourself year after year after year to get better and better and better. You want to make 10 grand a year, 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, a million, 2 million, 5 million? Sure. Why not? There's nothing stopping you. If you're good enough, if you're that good, you could make $300,000 in 1 month. Like one of our TGD members did. I just had him on here a couple of weeks ago on the live stream. That didn't happen overnight. He actually started with $2,000 in his account. And last month made $300,000. And he actually made $100,000 in 1 day. Okay. All right, guys. So it's possible, but it's not easy. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys. Oh, just join TGD and become a millionaire. Because a lot of it's up to you. You have to be willing to put in the time, energy, and effort to learn how to do this. I don't know why so many people think that trading is just this get-rich-quick scheme. Like, I'm just going to open up an account and I'm just going to become a millionaire. Like, why? Why do you think that? I don't understand why people think that way. I would never, ever be arrogant enough to think that I'm going to step into someone else's professional arena where someone else has gone to school for this, has studied for this, has worked their entire life in this industry, has years and years of experience mastering their profession, and think I'm just going to show up green as green could be, meaning I'm a complete rookie, not green like I'm profitable, and think I'm going to do it as good as that person. Why do people think that with trading? I don't understand. I don't. I've never trained a day in my life to be an MMA fighter. Why in God's name would I think I'm going to step into an MMA octagon cage and fight a professional UFC fighter and think that I can win that fight? Why would I think that? That's how I feel when I see people that have no idea what they're doing, just think, oh, let me do this trading thing. Who the F are you? I've been doing this for 17 years. Who are you to think, oh, I'm just going to put $1,000 in my account. I'm going to turn it into 100 grand without doing any work. I'm not going to learn this skill. I'm not going to go through. Oh, you have courses, Mike? Cool. I don't care about your courses. Just tell me what to do. Whew. Ballsy, man. I'm not going to blow smoke up your ass. I'm not. You can hate me for it. You can love me for it. It doesn't matter, because you can hate me for it, but I'll save you a ton of money by telling you by being real with you and telling you the truth. Because there's a lot of other people out there that'll just blow complete smoke up your ass. Like, oh yeah, just sign up for my $5,000 course. I have a 90% win rate. Just do everything that I do and you're going to be fine. Go ahead. There's plenty of people out there that are going to tell you that. Go pay for their service. They'll be more than happy to take your money. Okay. So that's the reality of it, guys. You know, if you want to be consistently profitable, you have to be willing to put in some energy, some time, some effort to actually learn this skill. If you're willing to do that, I'm willing to put time, energy, and effort to help you along the way and teach you everything that I was taught when I worked at the fund. They didn't let me touch $1 of their money until I passed their educational training program. Okay. So that goes to show you how important getting an actual education is, that a Wall Street firm is not going to let me trade their money until I pass their training program. So why would you trade your money without passing a training program yourself? Why? Get an education. I'm here to help you guys. I'm willing to teach you guys everything that I was taught if you're willing to learn. All right. So that was kind of my little rant and rave. That was my quick little rant and rave about that. Now let's get into the lessons. Okay, I want to get into the lessons. Discipline and patience is really one of the focuses that I really want to talk to you guys about today. And then we're going to go over risk-reward ratio. This is a huge component of my trading, or lack thereof, today, because guys, I didn't make a trade until 3:30 in the afternoon. That's crazy. That's not normal at all. Very, very, very uncharacteristic of me to go all the way the entire day without making a trade. But I literally didn't see anything today that I really liked. And sometimes the best trade to make is no trade at all. And I sat on my hands, and it's very difficult to do. It's very, very difficult to sit on your hands and not make a trade. Yeah, there were some really good opportunities in the markets today, like FUTU, FUTU. Oh my God. FUTU, man, that's a large cap stock, but that stock, I don't even know, was up like $30 a share or something like that. I forgot. That stock went nuts today, but I wasn't looking at it. You know, that wasn't one of the things that was on my list. Of course, there were some stocks that made moves, but the things that I was focusing on today, I either didn't like what I saw, I didn't see a setup that I liked. And it's important for you guys to also understand, to be comfortable with, just because the stock goes up doesn't mean that it's a trade for you. You have to be part of being a good trader is knowing how to identify really good setups, but also having the patience to wait for them. And just because the stock goes up, like if a stock just goes like this, goes straight up, I'm never going to trade that stock, because I'm not going to just chase a stock that's going straight up. I don't care if it goes from $1 to 100 in a straight line. If it goes in a straight line and never forms a pattern or never has a pullback or anything like, I'm not going to buy it, because I don't chase momentum. So if I don't get a setup that I like, a setup that works for me, a setup that fits my style, a setup that fits my trading strategy, I'm going to stay away from it. And that takes a lot of discipline and patience. So again, being a good trader, it's not just about identifying good setups. It's having the patience to wait for them. A lot of traders get sucked into poor quality setups because of boredom, and they feel like they have to be trading. Be a sniper, not a machine gunner. A machine gunner is just going to fire as many times as they can until they hopefully, a couple bullets hit their target, but they'll fire 100 bullets hoping that 10 of them hit. I don't want a 10% accuracy rate. That's disgusting, right? I want to be the sniper. I want to be the sniper that's going to sit there and wait and wait and wait and wait for the perfect shot, the perfect shot. And when that window of opportunity presents itself, I'm going to fire. That's the trader that I want to be. A normal day for me is probably 3 or 4 trades. A busy day is 5 or 6. A slow day is 1 or 2. Today, I only made 1 trade, and it didn't happen until 3:30 in the afternoon, which is really difficult for me to do. It's really difficult for me to go the entire day without making a trade like that. And that's what I mean by discipline and patience, guys. Just because a stock's going up, don't feel like you have to chase it. Don't feel like this is the only stock that I'm ever going to have a chance to make money on. There's always another stock. There's always another setup. There's always another opportunity. There's always another day. It's okay to sit on your hands. This probably happens to me maybe like once a year. Like, well, I did make a trade today, but like once a year, maybe I go a whole day without making a trade because I just didn't see anything that I liked. That was me today. and I didn't force anything. I told you guys on Monday that I was going to be aggressive this week. When I see opportunities, I'm going to attack them. And I did that. I did that yesterday, with VTSI. I attacked when I saw the opportunity. I was aggressive and I nailed it. I nailed VTSI, 29% gain, then again for an 11% gain. I nailed that thing because I was aggressive. But I told you, when I'm going to be aggressive, that doesn't mean I'm going to just deviate away from my game plan. I'm going to get away and break down my principles that has gotten me this far. Discipline and patience, I think, is one of my it's some of my strongest traits as a trader is my patience and is my discipline. I think my TGD fam will all agree with me that they think that you guys see me trade all day long. So you think that maybe, I think that's one of my strongest traits as a trader. You guys tell me if you agree with me or not, but this is kind of a really important thing that I want to talk to you about. And now I want to get into risk reward ratio because I almost made a trade today on GNLN, but risk reward or lesson on risk reward ratio kept me off of that trade. So let me actually just pull up my chart real quick. And let's go over to GNLN. GLNN had a nice setup here. Okay, the stock had a nice setup here. There's your initial morning high. We then broke through the initial morning high with, at the time, the heaviest volume of the day, right? Heaviest volume of the day on the break through the initial morning high. Great. Then you can see your trade line and VWAP indicator are starting to come up and starting to line up into play. And a lot of people in chat were, I brought this stock to people's attention. Some people in chat were talking about it. And I'm sitting here and I'm considering an entry on this stock, like in this area. But I'm thinking to myself, okay, if this is my entry, where's my stop loss? Well, my stop loss has to be, right around here, below the initial morning high, below the trade line and VWAP. If this is the support level, this top line's your support level, well, my stop loss has to be just below that support level. So let's call it like 520. So there's my stop loss, right? If that's what my stop loss is going to be. Okay. And here's where we're considering the entry. All right. And I'm sitting here and I'm saying to myself, man, the risk reward on this isn't that great. Why? Because when I go to the daily chart real quick, let me delete all these lines so we can start fresh. Let me go to the daily chart. You guys see this level? This is a major level of resistance. Okay. You'll see here back in February, major support. We then gapped beneath it at the end of February. And then you'll see here major resistance. And again, major resistance. 12 days. 12 days. That is how many times this stock tried to get over $6 between February and March and failed to do so all 12 times. All 12 times this stock got to 6 and sold off and closed beneath it. All 12 times. So as I'm looking at this chart, I'm saying to myself, man, that's a major resistance level at $6. So if I do buy this GNLN, I have to be out the bulk of my position in front of that level, right? I got to be out the bulk of my position in front of that level. Okay. So let's draw back out my stop loss and okay, the support level. So let's say here's my entry, right? Let's say there's my entry. Well, what does my potential reward look like? This is my potential reward. Let's make my reward. We're going to make it orange. Okay, we're going to make my reward orange. And then, but what's my potential? Let me do that. Okay, but now what's my potential risk? Okay, let's make my potential risk purple. So there's my potential risk in purple. There's my potential reward in orange, because don't forget, if this $6 level is major resistance, we talked about that in daily chart, then I got to be out the bulk of my position in front of that level, right? That's why I'm saying, so what is this, like 596, 595, 594? That's where I'd be taking the bulk of my position off the table. So once we do that, look at your risk reward. Now let me pull the purple, which is my risk, up to my potential reward. Do you see the risk reward on this setup? It's almost a 1-to-1. It's like a 1.2 to 1. That's horrible risk reward. That's horrible risk reward. You want at least 2 to 1 on your bulk take profit. Okay. You want at least 2 to 1 on your bulk take profit. So, and I said this to my members in chat, and I came on the microphone and I go, guys, this GNLN, yeah, it's a nice looking intraday setup, but the risk reward is not good. So, this is going to keep me away from this trade. And I came on the microphone and I talked about this. I told everybody why I wasn't going to be taking this trade because of this very reason. This is a good lesson on risk reward ratio. Now, kind of part 2 of this lesson is why it's so important for you to, look at multiple time frame charts. Like if all you were doing was looking at this chart, if this was all you saw, you're going to buy this stock. You're going to buy this if this is all you're looking at. And then that's going to happen to you. Okay, then that's going to happen to you. If all you're doing is looking at this intraday chart. But once you go out to a longer time frame, okay, like here's even a 15-minute chart. You look at a 15-minute chart, you're like, oh, wow, wait a second. Whoa, hold on. Hey, yo, wait a second. What's going on here? Hold up. Wait a minute. Huh? What? Okay, that's a resistance level. You have to be able to use, this is what I mean by like getting too micro, getting too focused on the intraday setup, not recognizing the bigger picture. Okay, you're not recognizing the bigger picture. All right. All right, guys. So that kind of wraps up those lessons. All right, that kind of wraps up those lessons on discipline, patience, and risk reward ratio. I really hope this helps you guys. Okay, I really hope that this helps with everything. Okay, because these are some really good lessons. Now, what I want to actually do here, guys, is I want to actually bring on Jason Spatafora, the Wolf for Weed Street, okay, because we got some stuff going on here today. You had Biden speak about infrastructure. The Wolf is all over the cannabis stocks. He's been all over ex-U.S. Steel, making some money on some options with U.S. Steel ahead of the infrastructure bill and that whole talk. So I wanted to bring the Wolf on, guys, and introduce him to talk to you guys a little bit about cannabis and infrastructure. So let's go ahead and introduce the Wolf.
Wow. Look at that.
You like that? We're getting fancy on these live streams.
Adam's so fancy. Where does he have the time?
He's such a fancy guy.
Fancy. So fancy.
His t-shirts and basketball shorts. He's so fancy.
Hey, everybody. It's me, the Wolf.
I like your hoodie. Is that a Cannabis King? That's a fantastic hoodie.
I know.
That's a great hoodie.
Hey, everybody. So, yeah, I'm just going to jump right into it because I saw from a live stream yesterday people asking about, why the pullback on pot stocks? Well, a couple weeks ago, or I'm old enough to remember a month ago, on one of these live streams, we talked heavily about one of the courses that we were going to do about, Weedapalooza, and we covered it all in there. So,
yeah, well, I actually got.
Go over your questions. Go.
I know.
This is why I don't do lives.
Well, listen, I've got specific questions that I want to ask you. I got specific questions that I want to ask you because about the whole cannabis thing. And I actually made a move yesterday. I hit you up. You and I talked about it before I actually made the move. Because anyone that doesn't know the Wolf, I do not buy or sell a single cannabis stock without first asking and talking to and consulting the Wolf. And yesterday I actually added to my green thumb position ticker symbol GTBIF. I added to that position at 25.05 in my long-term portfolio. Dude, that stock's almost went like $30 today.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
It did, especially after that crazy news yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. So that's what I wanted to talk about. What happened with pot stocks yesterday with Green Thumb Industries and the Chicago Times article? Like, just kind of fill everybody in, because like nobody really understood why were pot stocks selling off. So talk a little bit about what happened yesterday.
So an article was posted by the Chicago Times about how federal investigators were looking at Green Thumb for pay for play in order for them to acquire licenses. Now, Ben Kovlar, the CEO, said, yeah, they reached out to me 5 minutes before they ran the story. He had no knowledge of it. And they were basically just talking about all these PACs, all anonymous sources, nothing really substantiated by anybody. Yahoo News came out the next day and said, like, we couldn't corroborate any of this. And then actually Chris Toner, our due diligence master, figured out that one of the authors is a partner in a fund. So no disclosure whether he's long or short. It just kind of looked like a hit piece.
He's amazing, isn't he? Toner's amazing with his
Toner's amazing at DD.
He is amazing. Guys, Chris Toner is the moderator I mentioned to you before that's been trading options for 20 years. He is the king of due diligence. Like what Jason just said, to even figure out that one of the authors is a partner in a fund. Unbelievable.
Yeah, he's like the Liam Neeson of due diligence. Like, if you're ever taken, he will find you, okay, and kill you. All right. So he came. So put that out. I mean, all of the analysts from Stifel to Cohen were just like, this doesn't really change anything. We don't think that this is, this move, this pullback makes it even more attractive. I mean, this is a company that is putting up the most ridiculous numbers in cannabis stocks, and on every analyst's radar, it is either the number one or number two company going into the future. Green Thumb was one of my biggest positions for a very long time. I recently added to the position, but when the thing broke back down to 25, it was just it was a no-brainer, just risk reward wise.
Yeah. So how did this article affect the overall markets, and why did you just like you said it was a no-brainer? Like, why did you buy the dip?
Well, I mean, I look at it like this. At the end of the day, as long as it wasn't any like C-suite, so if it wasn't the CEO, the COO, or anybody like top management that was doing it, it doesn't change anything. They're not going to lose their licenses. And it also doesn't change the fact that they are literally printing money every single week. And then, I've been around pot stocks long enough. I've seen so many of these hit pieces. We've seen it in Afria. I mean, I remember one summer where they said if you owned pot stock, you weren't going to be allowed to come into the United States. And the market sold off like 15%. I bought the dip then, and I just looked at it as an opportunity. You're talking about a company that's all-time high. Its 52-week high is like $43. For it to go down to 25, I mean, look, I say it all the time. Pot stock investors are some of the most jittery investors out there. This was no different. And it took down a bunch of really good companies that are putting up ridiculous numbers. So it was a mass buy the dip opportunity throughout the space. And we saw that by the returns today.
Yeah, definitely, man. Yeah, I did the same thing, guys. I mean, I bought the dip too. Like I said, I bought Green Thumb 25.05. I think the stock today was like 29.50, something like that. I mean, Pure Leaf is still my largest cannabis holding, but Green Thumb is now pretty close with the amount that I added to the position at 25.05. So they're pretty much neck and neck now as far as the what two cannabis stocks are my biggest holding in my long-term portfolio. it's Curaleaf, and now Curaleaf is still bigger, but Green Thumb is right there now with it.
Yeah. And I'm just going to add this. You know, Curaleaf has held up really well, but for everybody that's just seeing this for the first time or hearing me, and I was saying this before, we had a very good idea that we were going to see this pullback anyway, to the tune of like, I put it at maybe 25%. We're at 30%. So, nothing material has changed. Everything has only gotten better. And now you have New York that just legalized, which is a $5 billion market at some point. Not yet, but it is good for the overall market. And Curaleaf is going to be one of the biggest beneficiaries of that. Yeah. Next question.
Definitely. Well, cool, man. Well, that's kind of covers the cannabis stuff. Definitely was important to talk to people about, when you have something like that comes out, out of left field, that moves the entire market. It's important to talk about it. I know you talked to the TGD crew in chat about it, yesterday and again today. Was good for you to come on and share that with the viewers. So thank you for the cannabis knowledge you drop as always. I want to move now to what has become kind of your second baby, which is infrastructure. Let's talk infrastructure, man. It was actually the first trade that you made when you joined True Trading Group was in infrastructure. Like, what made you decide to do it?
My wife is a civil engineer, and she always says that, she became a civil engineer because she'd always have work. And in times when the economy or the market or the economy is hurting, infrastructure is where the government usually puts the biggest bucks. So seeing everything that was going on when I first joined COVID, I mean, that's when the Dow was at like 19,000, SPY was like 220, whatever. I was looking at that. I was like, okay, well, U.S. Steel, which has already been pummeled by tariffs and all this stuff, I don't think it's going to go away. I like the risk reward. So it was my first trade at just under $5. I've stuck with that. I got very aggressive with it in September as polls were starting to show that we could have a change in government because one of the things that Democrats always do is they do these massive infrastructure projects. And, at the end of the day, infrastructure projects really help strengthen the middle class. And, so in January, I put this trade on because my thesis was in the first 100 days of his administration, they were going to do some big infrastructure project. And lo and behold, like just under 100 days, we get that, a $2.2 trillion infrastructure project. And guys, you're driving around, you see it a lot to, roads, bridges, railways, broadband, what else? Housing, electrical infrastructure, because of like our power grid's a mess. You see what happened in Texas. It's a massive plan. And, the thing that I wanted to share was, look, this isn't like a one-off. This isn't like a one-off thing. Like, oh, great, we get a little pop. This is sustained growth in certain sectors for years. It's not like they're gonna spend all this money in 1 year. It's gonna be over, a 5-10 year period. As somebody that really likes this trade and is long U.S. Steel, and it just kind of seemed like a no-brainer. But to be completely fair, like it is the time. I am looking at this as a time to take money off the table, because now we don't get the sizzle, right? Now it's an execution story. And, I took some U.S. Steel trades today, some option trades, and I begrudgingly got out of the position at a really nice gain on these options. And we traded the $19 calls last week. It went off at 27 today. And I was just looking at this as like, this could be a take profit event, a sell the news. And, looking at after hours now, it is kind of flat. So, at the end of the day, like nobody goes broke taking profit. I get another stab at it tomorrow. But, I know that a lot of members, Glennie was in Cleveland Cliffs. I put on a cement trade today, which is not sexy at all. And trust me, U.S. Steel is not sexy. But you're talking about a stock that last March was $5 and, hit 27 today.
All
Good,
right.
good. Did I get it under the timeline?
Well, yeah, I was going to ask you about like, the infrastructure plan, like how long will it, I was going to ask you all that stuff, but you already kind of covered it about, how long will it last and, and how the plan, differentiates from others. But,
yeah. Oh, look, the only real risk is, well, now the question is going to become, well, how do they pay for it? Right. So, they're talking about raising corporate taxes to 28%. I don't know if that happens if you need a supermajority of 60%. So if we start hearing things about filibuster and that becomes, part of the vocabulary for people that don't know what filibuster, then, we've got a whole set of other trades going on there.
Okay.
I didn't say anything.
All right, we're good. All right, so good. All right, cool, man. Jay, thank you for coming on and sharing that stuff. You were spot on, bro, with that U.S. Steel and the infrastructure play. You're talking about a stock that went from like $8 or right when you were first.
September is when I got out of tech and I rotated into airlines and all the unsexy stuff that nobody wanted to be in. And now I feel like Gordon Gekko just selling into everybody.
Yeah.
So see you guys later.
Cool, man. Thanks for joining me, bro. Appreciate it. I'll see you in chat tomorrow.
Bye.
Later, man. Nope. Don't welcome him. He's gone. But yeah, guys, cool. So that was cool. That was some really good stuff. That's some really good information. Guys, listen, it's my goal and the goal of the entire TC team to make sure you guys find value in these live streams and get something out of these. Like I said, my goal is to make you guys, better, more profitable traders with each and every single one of these lives. So I want to know if you guys got value from this live stream. So everybody here, if you got value from anything I or Jason said, I want you to go ahead and type the number 1 in chat right now. If you got value from this live stream, type the number 1 in chat, whether you're a member, a non-member, first-time viewer, long-time viewer, whatever. Type the number 1 in chat if you guys feel like you guys got value out of this live stream. Beautiful. Whole lot of ones. A whole lot of ones. Off to the club with these ones. Beautiful, guys. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I love it. Excellent. Thank you, guys. I like to see so many of you commenting, saying you guys are learning, getting value. That's what I'm here for. That's what I like. So beautiful. I'm glad to hear. I'm glad you guys getting value out of this. Listen up, guys. Yes, True Trading Group is a premium platform. Yes, that means it does cost money. And in a minute, I'm going to explain to you guys how much it does cost. But for those whose interests have been piqued, I want to make sure you're aware we do have a 7-day trial, which is just a one-time non-recurring payment of just $3. There's no auto renew. There's no catch. Literally, at the end of 7 days, if you don't manually upgrade to a full membership, your trial simply just ends and you're never charged again. With our 7-day trial, you're going to get 3 sample trial courses that come in video and text format, 7-day access to our Benzinga Pro live news feed, 7-day access to our trade ideas scanner, 7-day access to free analyst ratings and SEC filings for any U.S. listed company. And last but not least, you're going to get 3-day access into our live trading chat room where you can watch me, my team of 6 pro moderators, and the rest of the entire THD fam trade live and get a real feel for what True Trading Group is all about. Simply go to ttgthree.com ttgree.com. Go to ttgthree.com. Again, that's a one-time payment of $3. That's it. It's less than a cup of coffee. Okay, literally, my coffee at Starbucks is $4.50. It costs less than a cup of coffee. It'll be the best $3 you guys have ever spent. Again, go to ttgthree.com. URL is right there at the bottom of your screen. Now, I want to know one more time who's not a member of True Trading Group. So if you're not a member, go ahead and type the letters TTG in chat real quick. If you're not a member, type TTG in chat. All right, we got Dave Snyder, Glenn, Wes Raz, Gary Bullock, Darlene Carlson, Devontae Edwards, Darian Calderas, 99 Tonka Man. I love that name. Jeffrey Perales, Matt G, Preston Carpenter, Casa 305. Miami's in the house. Devontae Edwards says, I'm so close to joining. Devontae, I'm ready when you are, brother. I'm ready when you are. Yep. Relentless says, are you still live? We are still live right now. Where I'm still live. We got Biggie. Nice, guys. Cool. So we've got a couple of people here that are not members yet. Meta D, Svetlana, Amy. Cool. Very cool. Listen, those of you that just typed the letters TTG in chat right now, if you value the things that I said before this stream, this next part is the most important thing that I'm going to say to you guys all night. And that is that no one, not me, not anyone, is going to do the work needed for you to achieve your goals. But it all starts with getting the right education, having access to the right tools, community, and mentorship that can teach you how to learn, trade, and profit. And that is what True Trading Group is all about. Hold on a second, guys. Nice. Jeff Textor just joined. Jeff Textor just joined. Hold on a second, guys. All right, I'm going to move on. I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm going to move on right now. All right. I don't know. All right. Never mind, guys. So let me move on to the membership. For those of you that were asking, I was just reading something. So a 1-year membership to True Trading Group, guys, it would normally cost $2,212, but tonight until midnight Pacific, you guys can actually get a 44% discount that brings the price all the way down to just $1,230. There's no upsells, no add-ons. Everything that we have, everything we ever will have, you get access to as a member of True Trading Group, and you can use the coupon code TTG121 tonight before midnight Pacific. That's 3 a.m. Eastern to get that 44% discount, which brings the price all the way down to $1,230. We do not have a monthly membership. Okay, we do not have a monthly membership because honestly, 1 month is not enough time for you to go through all the courses, pass the quizzes at the end of the courses, attend a private study group, go through the video library, practice on the simulator. It's not enough time to see if you guys are going to be are good traders or not. That's the honest truth. Secondly, I give you 110% of my energy and effort. Today I was, in chat trading the whole day. 4 o'clock markets close, 4:15. I do a red to green workshop with my members that are still struggling until 5 o'clock. Then at 5 o'clock, I jump on a one-on-one until 6. And then at 6:30, I'm doing this live stream with you guys. I will give you 110% of my time, energy, and effort. So you better be willing to give me that same energy and effort back. Okay. So that's why we do not have a monthly membership. When you guys start trading for real, and I'm not just listening to Reddit or your coworkers. When you start trading for real, whether you sign up with True Trading Group or not, you're going to need a couple things to trade with. You need real-time news, and no, Yahoo Finance does not count. You need real-time data with level 2, and you need a real-time charting software. You can't trade without those things. And as a member of True Trading Group, you actually get access to the top premium trading tools and products because we bundle them together as part of your membership. Benzinga Pro's real-time news feed is included with your membership. This is a live breaking to the second news alert service directly inside of our chat room, and also comes with a squawk box feature that allows you to turn on your speakers and listen as someone will read the news headlines out loud instead of you having to read them yourself. You also get access to Quote Stream's real-time level 1, real-time full book level 2, as well as real-time options data. This comes with a trade simulator that lets you trade stocks and options with fake money while you practice implementing what you learned in the courses. You also get access to a Trade Ideas real-time scanner. Shows you stocks making new highs, stocks that have volume surges, stocks that are your leading gainers on the day. Then you get access to TradingView's Pro charting software. This is one of the most commonly used charting softwares used by active traders today. All right, all this stuff is included at no additional fee or cost with your membership, guys. All this is included. Okay, all of it's included when you use that coupon code TTG121. Then you're going to get at least a minimum 10 easy-to-follow, actionable, real-time trade alerts per week from a community of traders with over an 80% win rate. We are fully transparent in TTG. We keep a trading journal that shows you every single buy and sell that our moderators make, so you can track all of our wins, losses, break-evens, you name it. It's all right there on the website for you to track yourself. Then on top of that, you get access to one small private study group with a TTG mod that will allow you to ask questions and cover lessons and topics that you need help with. Then you have the curriculum. This is the entire curriculum. There's no special VIP courses that cost more money. You get access to everything. This is a simplified version of the information and education I received working at the firm in New York City. There's 15 courses, beginner and foundation courses, advanced courses, option courses, swing trading courses, trader psychology courses, you name it, we've got it. You get access to all of it. The courses are in text and video format, whichever is easier for you to learn. Then we have a video library with over 100 hours of additional educational video content, guys. These are workshops and webinars that myself and the other moderators have conducted covering various topics. To name a few, like how to grow a small account, how to trade while working a full-time job, how to resist FOMO and have confidence pulling the trigger. Just a couple of those topics that are in that video library that you all have access to as a full-time member. Just to give you an idea, guys, as anyone that's saying, hey, $1,200 is a lot of money, it's really not. Let me explain to you why. Benzinga, that news feed alone costs $1,188 a year for that service. It's included with your membership. That's almost your entire membership right there in the Benzinga news feed. Then real-time level 1 and level 2 from Quote Media or Quote Stream, that's $990 a year. This trade simulator, $750 a year. The TradingView Pro charting software is $720 a year. Guys, that's $3,648 in premium products and services that are included for free with your membership. That's why $1,200 is a steal. It's a steal for a membership to True Trading Group. And guys, take advantage of this $1,230 price point because the price is going up at midnight and will continue to go up by a couple of bucks every day as we work our way back up to the $2,000 price point. And even at $2,000, we're still cheaper than the competition and provide 10 times the value. My TTG fam, I think some of our viewers would love to know, do you think a TTG membership is worth $2,000? And if so, how much do you think it is worth? Sound off in chat right now to tell me how much you honestly think a TTG membership is worth. You think it's worth more than $2,000? Let me know. You think it's worth $2? Let me know. I want your honest opinion on how much you think a TTG membership is worth. All right. If you're not a member of True Trading Group and you guys are considering joining the team, pay attention to some of the comments coming through chat. These are members that are in your exact same position just a couple of weeks or a couple of months or a couple of years ago. And there's no better way to get a feel for if something is right for you than to listen to your peers. So pay very close attention to the comments coming through chat. You see way worth it from Cloudbuster. Mo Money says it's priceless. Moment says yes. Lynn Wright says easily 5 to 10,000. Chef Daddy says I paid 3,500. Gary Bullock says 5 racks. Raul says 5,000. Lou says so hard to put a price on it. This knowledge is priceless. Jason says 5,000. The education is priceless. Stephen Arbor says this is worth a 24 karat gold bar. You know, just to give you guys an idea. Chief Rocket says 1,200 is cheap. It should be 1,000 a month. Okay, it should be 1,000 a month. So you guys just are getting an idea of kind of the value that some of our members think that you get when you join True Trading Group. Now I think, you know, what would be helpful, my TTG members, those of you that have already made your membership fee back, go ahead and comment right now in chat and tell us how long it took you to do so. If you've already made your membership back, I think some of our viewers here that are considering joining would love to know how long it took you to make that money back. Because again, they can join right now tonight for $1,230. So I think it would be helpful for them to know how long did it take you to make back your membership fee. Look at this. OG says priceless. Sailawin, priceless. All right, we got Greg T says it took him 1 day. Jason made his membership back in 1 month. Chief Rocka, 2 weeks. Flavia, 2 days. Alex, 3 weeks. Selwyn, 1 week. Tracy, 1 day. Angel Rain, 3 weeks. TTG Rye Trader, 1 day. Stephen Darbin, 3 weeks. John Long, 1 day. John G within 2 weeks. Cajun Trader, 1st day. Mark Penalosa, 2 days. You guys get the idea. Okay, Jimmy, 1 month. TNX, it said 30 days after I completed the courses. Ryan said a week and a half. Kelly Wilson says, I have seen groups charge 5,000 to 15,000 for a third of the info that you get from True Trading Group. So there you guys go. There you guys go. Don't forget, we also give back to all of our members. Whenever we get 300 new members in TTG, we raffle off a brand new Tesla or 30 grand cash. And we are going to be giving away our next $30,000 Tesla giveaway April 11th. Okay, April 11th, 8:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on this YouTube channel. Set your reminders. We are going to be giving away a Tesla or $30,000 cash. The winner chooses. You want the cash or the car? It is totally up to them. Okay. And speaking of giving back, I think Adam's got something to tell you guys.
Hello, Michael.
Should I be worried?
No. I mean, you know, so for those of you that, and I'm wearing these sunglasses because I like them. I got them on my vacation.
Is it sunny in the office?
It is a little bit sunny in the office. It also made me feel cooler, but you know, that's cool.
You looked cooler. You looked cooler.
Well, bullying is a thing too. So yesterday, when you thought it was funny to go ahead and give out 30 laptops, like some arbitrary number that you had no idea what you were talking about, but
it was funny though.
Yeah, it was funny. So here's what we ended up having to do, right?
What happened?
So we ended up having to go ahead and in order to get these laptops sourced correctly, because if not, you know, you pay whatever but you have to source these laptops correctly, right? You have to make sure you're getting the right price, the right brands, the right stuff, all of that thing, you know, that none of them are refurbished, all of that, right? In order to do that on a larger level, you have to buy a certain amount of them or commit to a certain amount of them, okay? So when you arbitrarily threw out 30 laptops last night, right? Because you're like, oh, teach me logistics. Okay, well, to let you know,
Do I sound like that?
yeah. To let you know, I had to go ahead and commit to ordering 100. It's not funny. I mean, you're ridiculous. All right, and I had to figure that out while I was on my vacation. So, so here's what's going on. Okay, so it is what it is. We had to commit to 100 of them. The night that we gave out 25, which also you thought was pretty funny, but it was okay because we had that allocation, part of that allocation left. So that went the first night. Last night, the 30 went immediately. We have 70 left out of the 100 that I had to order. I'm not ordering any more of these for a while. All right. The Kindles are great. We've even toyed with the idea of doing Android tablets, which are really great. The point is that for us, it makes sense to be able to give you guys these extra incentives and extra cool stuff to join, because we've worked it out that our costs are, great for us and for you. So it doesn't really make a big deal for us to be able to give away these type of things. If anything, it helps us, because if we do well and you guys do well, then you'll keep sticking around with us and growing with us, right? As long as you're doing well and we're providing value. So we're fine with doing it. But so what's going to happen is this. So I'm going to say, and I'm just saying that, so here's what's going to happen. We're going to give out 70 laptops to the next 70 people that sign up. There's going to be a hard cutoff of Sunday night at midnight. Okay. So that's Easter at midnight. Okay. Whatever is left after that, which I don't suspect there will be anything left after that, but if there is, we will raffle them off to existing members. Okay, as long as those members did not receive a laptop previously.
All right, so I got in trouble for 30, but you're giving away 70.
No, I had to commit to 100. So your 30 is part of that 100. I can't just arbitrarily tell a wholesaler, hey, I'd like another 30. You have to order them in certain size quantities.
Well, everyone, you're welcome. You're welcome.
So anyways, guys, so good, good for you guys. Anyone that signs up between now and Sunday night at midnight will get a brand new laptop, an Asus, HP, Acer, Dell, or Lenovo, or Chromebook. These are limited. We're not doing this after Sunday. If there's anything left after Sunday, I'm just going to randomly give it out to our members, as long as they have not won one already. And that's it. And then we're going back to Kindles, which is great all by itself. You're
dope too.
I mean, not only that, but like we also got really, I think we may start doing Android tablets also, right? We can preload it with our app on it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, and guys, no, you cannot choose to not get the laptop. The price is already baked in. This is part of our marketing costs. So it's just a incentive to join, So if you don't want the laptop, yes, the price is still going to be what it's going to be. You just go ahead and, re-gift it to someone if you don't want it.
Yeah. Cool.
So that's it. That's what's going on. So 70 laptops remain after you so graciously giving out 30 last night, which all went by 10 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
So there you go, man.
Nice. All right. Well, that's great news. Thanks for the lesson.
So as far as the type of laptop you get, you will find out when you go on the website, and I can show you what to do real quick here. Do you mind, Mike? Do you mind?
No, go ahead.
It's rhetorical. Hang on a sec. So guys, if you're signing up tonight, this is our member dashboard. You're going to scroll to the bottom and you will see a section right here that says, if you have won a giveaway or were promised a free Kindle, Fire HD, or laptop, please claim it here. If you mouse over this button, right, it'll say claim your free Kindle or laptop by clicking the small blue button that says chat or support on the bottom right of your screen. Enter your info and select giveaways and shipping. That is just done right here. All right. And then tomorrow, our head of logistics, which Mike is not, his name is Ryan. He will be in and he will let you know which laptop you will be receiving from our, from the wholesaler that we use. Okay. They will all be brand new. They will be name brand. They will not be refurbished. They are pretty great. Excellent value add when joining a new group, especially if you're trading from your phone or anywhere else.
Yeah, or like if you're trading on some old laptop with like a virus, and it's always freezing, it's slow, it crashes. You can't be trading if you're on something like that.
Right. So, that's pretty much it. Look, word of advice, Mike, if True Trading Group goes under, don't ever start a logistics company.
I won't.
All right.
No plans on it.
So, so guys, that's great news. Let me see where we're at, because I'm sure that, there it is. 1, 2, 64 left.
Oh wow, 6 people just signed up already.
Mm-hmm. These go quick, man. Every time we post them, they go super quick.
Yeah, they do go really fast. Dude, it's a brand new laptop. That's a sick deal. You're already getting 44% off the membership price. And you factor in the cost of a brand new laptop, it takes the price down even. You're getting a brand new laptop. It's crazy. It's insane. Like
63.
Yeah, it's nuts.
So
they go quick.
Thank you, Wesley, William, Jeff, Dave. All right, guys. So that's it. That's what's going on. Good luck. So you have so the price goes up every day by a couple of bucks, but as far as the laptop goes, regardless of what the price is, you are going to get a new laptop if you sign up between now and Sunday. And if there's anything left over, Monday, we will go ahead and raffle them off to members, although I highly doubt there will be anything left over even before the weekend. So, all right, that's it. Thanks again for all that you do, Mike.
You too, man. You too. Well, guys, there you have it. 64 laptops left until Sunday at midnight. So that's Easter Sunday at midnight until we'll cut it off then. If there are any left, which I doubt there will be, we'll raffle them off to our THD members. So that's that. Without and before I go, I'm actually gonna anyone that's on the fence, anyone that's on the fence about joining the group still after the free laptop, the 44% discount, I will make your mind. Oh, and don't forget, April 11th, we're raffling off a Tesla or $30,000 cash. All you got to do is be a member to register for that raffle, or for that giveaway, I should say. It's not a raffle. You got to buy a ticket. This is just a giveaway. So anyone, you just have to be a full-time member to be included in that drawing. So you get all those things if you sign up with the coupon code THD121. But then also, anyone that signs up with that coupon code by Sunday at midnight, and I'm going to make a deal with you guys. I will give you a money-back guarantee. Okay, I'm going to give you a money-back guarantee. Let me explain how this is going to work. This is how confident I am in my platform and the education that TTG provides, that I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. If you sign up with the coupon code THD121, then go through all the courses, pass all the quizzes at the end of the courses, and attend a private study group session. If you do those 3 things and still don't make back $1,230 at least one time throughout your year membership, I'll give you all your money back. I'll give you a full refund if you don't make that money back at least once after doing all of those 3 things. Because if you do those 3 things, that means you put an effort into doing this. And if you're willing to put in an effort, then I'm willing to put my money where my mouth is. Everything that I'm saying to you guys is on the website, on the checkout page. That laptop is on the checkout page. The money back guarantee is on the checkout page. I don't know if Adam wanted to come back on and say something real quick.
Yes, sorry about that. So real quick, almost forgot, super important. TTG family member Zeke A wants to give his mom, who's also a TTG family member, Priscilla, a big birthday shout out. All right. Your son loves you. Your son loves you. You inspire him. And the TTG membership that you got him was an amazing gift. And he loves that you guys can both trade together. He also threw you under the bus and said that you need to take the classes. So
that is awesome. That is so incredible.
Yeah.
That is so incredible. So using Zeke, you said?
Zeke A. Yeah.
Zeke A, and then his mom, Priscilla?
Yep.
That is incredible. Well, Priscilla, happy birthday from your son, but also happy birthday from me, from Adam, and the rest of the entire TTG family. You know what they say, a family that trades together stays together.
Is that what they say? What about a family that promises a bunch of laptops without talking to their partner?
That also works. See, the family is getting laptops. It worked. The family is getting laptops.
Cool.
Worked. It was all part of my master plan to just give more stuff to my fam. That's all it was. You guys are welcome. You guys are welcome. So Priscilla, happy birthday. Zeke, you're an awesome kid. Priscilla, you're an even awesome mom for getting him the membership and for joining the group. But do make sure you go through those courses. Make sure you go through those courses. So like I said, guys, money back guarantee to anyone that uses coupon code TTG121 by midnight Sunday. And then don't forget the next, I think it was 64 was last we checked, laptops remaining for the next 64 people that sign up with that coupon code. Get that. Oh, okay. 58 laptops left. Okay, guys, 58 laptops left. So the next 58 people will get a free laptop with their membership, a 44% discount on that membership, a chance to win 30 grand or a Tesla on April 11th, and a money back guarantee. All right. Thanks for joining me tonight, guys. I hope you got value out of this live stream. If you haven't done so already, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and yes, of course, smash that like button. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. We're going to look to close this short holiday week off with a bang. Have a great rest of your night, everybody. See you guys all later.